Alrighty, welcome back. So, day 33's video. Feeling pretty good this morning. Weighed in 212 half. So, it was kind of like I thought. We're stuck for a bit. Now we're just shedding weight again. So, hopefully, this keeps up for a few more days. We'll keep shedding off. It's making me feel good that the scale is dropping. That we're back within 2 pounds of this upcoming Sunday's goal. Being Thursday, makes me feel pretty good. We started the week off being 4 pounds behind. But we are making progress. So now this is all based on if I need to be 183 pounds, 185 pounds for competition. I might, have a little more muscle than I think I do, since it's all kind of a guesstimate. So, but that's what I'm going to kind of assume where I need to be. But I haven't calibrated myself or something like that, so the numbers I'm working off of obviously aren't the most accurate. So, but that's got me pretty excited. Yesterday, knocked out legs, and I forgot my camera tripod thing, my phone tripod. So, did not end up recording it. So all you're going to see today is just a talking head. There will be no training in the background. Leg today, we follow our normal routine. Leg presses, which started on the 45-degree selectorized machine, doing single legs. Worked up on that for 2 warm-up sets, 2 heavy straight sets for 10, and then did a massive drop set. So hit our 3rd set at our straight set, then went down one selection, and did that all the way to the very top of the stack, basically. And man, my quads were burning after that. Then I went over to our Arsenal leg press and hit that with 2 plates, 4 plates, 6 plates, and then 8 plates for calf raises with 2 feet. Then went down to 2 plates per side. Hit that single leg hit for another frickin'. Let's see. So each weight working up, I did 2 sets. I dropped down to single leg, I did another 4 sets per side, so 8 sets of calves. And then I went with the leg extension machine, did the same thing. Worked up to my straight set weight, did 2 sets there. The 3rd set was a massive drop set. Did the same on hamstring extensions. And man, so that I was cooked. So they kind of skip out on ab and adductors. And So it was brutal. Oh, and hip thrust, because unfortunately it was taken. So by the time I finished up quad and hamstring extensions and curls, it was still taken. So I just gave up on that for yesterday. No big deal, really. So again, legs are not our current priority in this contest. Like, we want to keep them healthy in the size we do have, because they're our biggest muscle group, but they do burn the most calories the larger they are. So, but doing that, my legs today are cooked. So the theory from last week was, day after leg day, treadmill. Day of leg day, treadmill. And I'm glad I did that yesterday. My knee is pretty sore today. So I can definitely say it would not be able to keep up with the stair stepper before and after leg day. But now, even though legs are not our focus, we'll specifically try to grow them coming into this contest prep. If we're in a deficit, they're not really going to grow much, right? We still train them hard, not neglecting them. But my theory is, could you gain some size while in a deficit while you're still a little thick? Probably. But I would rather have that ability be placed into the smaller lagging muscle groups, per se. So that's why they're getting hit 2 and 3 times a week with a much higher intensity. So that's kind of my theory behind it. Now, after this contest prep, contest going to be September 9th. So say probably October is going to be like a refeed. Slowly get back into lifting heavier weights, less sets. And so November, so we'll probably move back towards a strength block. Since the first 2 weeks of September, that's just going to be pumps, full body workouts. So high intensity, but we're not really doing much muscle damage. Then the second 2 weeks of September are basically going to be, probably the week after, recovery. Eat clean still, pump the calories up, probably 200 or 300 from where we were. Not quite back to maintenance, but probably around where we are now. So I'm sure I'm going to be having to cut some more calories out coming into the contest. So in November, bump the calories up again after 2 to 3 weeks, back to probably 2200 is what I'm thinking, because that'll be 200 to 300 where we are now. We'll see how that is for the first 2 weeks. We keep putting on weight, we won't change it. can kind of stall out, we'll go ahead and we'll add another 200 for the next 2 weeks. And I'm thinking post-contest prep. A nice solid like 200 pounds probably will be very beneficial. Sit at for a little bit. Going into, well, let's see. I mean, 200 pounds. I gain. Sure, I'm going to bounce up like 10 pounds in the first 2 weeks after contest. So that'll bring us back to 193-ish. So then, say we want to gain 10 pounds over that, 203. So let's say 200 to 205. It's going to be our initial benchmark trying to get to. And if that supports us getting stronger and moving big weight again, then we'll hang out there. Trying to stay lean. Minimum flat stomach. Don't necessarily need to keep abs. So, but I definitely don't want to be as thick as I was starting this prep. So, body fat percentage is going to kind of dictate our weight versus setting goal weight to sit at. I want to sit at a nice 15-ish% body fat, 17 to 18 on the high side. So that way, it's much easier for the second cut when I decide to try to do it. But 17, 18% body fat definitely will allow you to put on mass. And I think that's where a lot of people get it wrong is they think they got to get fat to get super strong to put on muscle size. But really what they're doing, they put on 5 pounds, half a pound of that, maybe a pound will be muscle tissue. So the average person puts on 4 pounds of fat for every muscle they're doing. So they take it a little bit to the extreme. So we don't want to be doing that. But that's kind of my thought process. Like, I know I'm still super early in the cut, right? Day 33 to 146. 113 more days, but if I start setting these plans now into my head, I don't have to think about it later when it comes around. It allows me to prepare what I'm going to be doing. Just like, I'm talking about 60 days out, 30 days out, 2 weeks out. So that way I can think through my thought process a few times. If it sounds like it should work. And also things I might want to try to implement then, I can kind of test now, diet, cardio, things like that. See how the body reacts. If it reacts positively now, it'll work later. Doesn't really do much now, then I know it'd be a waste of time later. So every few days, just kind of testing something, seeing how my body reacts to it. different seasoning, more salt, a little less salt, food timing. Like I will say, having my first meal after cardio, which is fasting, the cream of rice with some banana and chicken. It's a way better pre-workout meal than having chicken and potatoes. So, drastically different. But with that, I'm going to go ahead and leave this video off today. Since we talked about legs, we talked about post-contest caloric goals, possible weight goals, but body fat goals, and planning. Planning makes a big difference because that also keeps you from making too big of jumps too fast, or expecting too much progress too fast. It keeps you logical. So, make sure you're working to the goals, get your stuff done, post them all. Just don't be a piece of shit.